Sam, Dehne, the heart and soul, nice smiley face. Heart and soul and the body and mind of Reno government. And what we have here is what they call the... And once again, I am thankful to have the law enforcement protecting me against... Who knows what's going on out in that audience there. Anyway, I feel much more comfortable having to have my back to the audience when I have an armed guard over here making sure that people are being polite back there. What we have here is what they call the consent agenda, where they're going to vote on several things. Housekeeping, generally speaking, all at once in one vote unless somebody pulls something off. And if a citizen wants to come up here and talk about one of the items or two or three, they're allowed to do that. And what I'm speaking for right now, and I'm not for, I'm against it, it has to do with this, the voting registrar coordination operation between Reno and Washoe County. Anything to do with the voting system in northern Nevada is dysfunctional, to be polite about it. Think of it like this, ladies and gentlemen. Where does the person who runs the vote counting operation come from? Anybody have an idea? These people right here, who are supposedly elected, these people right here appoint this person. I've got nothing against the young lady, probably a really nice person. But throughout history, they have appointed the exact people who are going to count their votes. Think about it. There's 2 people up there. 3. How many? A bunch of them are going to be elected, and they are controlling the strings of the person who's going to oversee the counting of their votes. How disconjurculated can things be? But here I am specifically speaking against, and nobody can argue with this, against this early voting concept. Sure, it makes it fairly easy on the citizens. It gives them extra days to go out and vote before the main election. What has to be done is those votes, and even that man right there would recognize this. Those votes, those early votes, have to be put into a box as if it never even happened. Just put in a box and nobody ever sees those votes during the early voting. Because what happens now is the media goes down there, sticks their stinky fingers down in there, pulls out things, and then starts telling lies about who's getting the most vote, Republican, Democrat, man, woman, child. It's wrong. That when this early voting system was brought into being long ago, seemed like a good idea. She's nodding her head. How can you... It was under the consideration that all of those votes would be secret. It has morphed its way. Death by a trillion cuts, one after another. Now the media wacko freaks go down there and they probably pull strings and then probably even alter the real votes, and you don't even know what's real. Early voting votes have to be put in a box and left in there, and nobody sees them until voting day. You're welcome.